Look, I know I haven't done C-Jack in a while, but I'm going to go ahead and get started because I did watch this yesterday, but I want to react so you guys can see. So this is about Saturday night's main event and his point of view of it. And if you guys want to subscribe to his channel, here's a screenshot right here. We ain't going to waste any time, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
I can't stop thinking about Punk. You know what I'm saying? I figured I'd start the video off with that. Let's bring in some energy, okay? Today, we are going to basically be discussing multiple different things. I'm going to try a new format for this video, and I'm going to rant on multiple different aspects of WWE that need to be discussed. We have Saturday Night Main Event coming in this Saturday. We have the fact that John Cena is not showing up to work, and we also have something else that needs to be discussed as well when it comes to the status of weekly shows like Raw and SmackDown. Now, without further ado, let's address the first point on the docket. Where is John Cena? We all know the ongoing joke of, I can't see John Cena. Who's there? Who's in the shot? I don't see anyone. Relax yourselves. On the real note, where is John Cena? Like, seriously, where is this guy? The problem is with this situation is that this is John Cena's retirement tour. This is the final year of WWE, or final year in WWE that John Cena is ever going to have, at least in the ring and cutting promos and all that other stuff, right? So how in the world is it possible that we saw this dude on January 6th, the Netflix premiere, and it's about to be, January 27th, next Monday on Raw, and we're not going to see him? Probably. We're not going to see this dude until the Royal Rumble on February 1st? What? How is this getting, how are we okay with this, man? This is absurd. John Cena's farewell tour, and he shows up once every 4 weeks? That's what we're doing now? You know, it's the final time that we're going to get to see this dude in all the things that he's done, and, you know, him going out in the ring and having promo battles with people and building matches, building feuds, and actually going out and having matches, you know what I'm saying, for important championships and, you know, in Royal Rumbles and Elimination Chambers and Manias and SummerSlams, all of that stuff, and this dude's barely showing up to work. How is this possible? It doesn't make any sense. You're not going to be able to just ride. They're riding this dude's coattails and basically binging on him to get them ticket sales. That's it. John Cena, it's John Cena's final Royal Rumble. Show up for this one. It's John Cena's final Elimination Chamber. Show up for this one. Well, when is John Cena going to show up? You know what I'm saying? When is John Cena going to actually show up? Why are we showing up? Where's John Cena at? You know, he ain't on Raw. He ain't cutting no promos. He ain't showing up to work. He ain't wrestling, that's for sure. So I don't understand what the objective is here with John Cena. You know, you're just binging off this dude to sell tickets and make a lot of money off of this guy, which I understand that. I mean, it's a business, but when is he actually going to contribute something? The promo he cut when his opening Raw back on Netflix, you know, or on Netflix for the first time, I should say, that was a promo. That was a classic, basic promo. John Cena was great to see him that night, but he was basically saying, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to win world title gold, guys. And honestly, I thought it was just a joke at the time, but it may actually be legit, because if he ain't showing up to work, he ain't going to win nothing. So, I mean, you know, you got to figure something out at some point, you know what I'm saying? So, there you have that. And then another issue with the fact that John Cena is not showing up. These shows are not interesting right now. We need someone like a Cena, or, you know, Roman is supposed to be on Raw this upcoming week, so that should be cool. But we need guys like this to start showing up consistently now. It's Mania season. Just show up consistently for the next 2.5 months, and then you can go take your month or two break. Who cares? But come on, man. What's the point of showing me something if I can't have it? You know, they're showing John Cena in all these, you know, promotional packages for these pay-per-views, and then he's not even on the show. So who cares? You know, so John Cena at this point should not win the Royal Rumble. Like, realistically speaking, he should not be winning the Royal Rumble. You can't show up one time and then disappear for 4 or 5 weeks and then all of a sudden show up and win the Rumble because you're John Cena. At this point, I would much rather have Roman or Punk or even Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre win the Rumble because, you know, at least, 3 out of those 4 have actually been actively building the Royal Rumble and the importance of it. So why in the world would they let Cena win this Rumble? I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. I think the reason he's advertised for Elimination Chamber is because John Cena is probably going to lose the Rumble and then show up at the Chamber. So there you have that. But the point of this whole rant is the fact that John Cena is not showing up to work, and it's absolutely egregious. It's your final year. Show up to the job. If you want to do a farewell tour, then do a farewell tour. When Carmelo Anthony, you know, Dwayne Wade, you know, even when LeBron does his eventual farewell season, you know, they're all going to be playing 95% of the games. So why is John Cena showing up to 60% of the shows? You know, it doesn't make any sense. But anyways.
I mean, it's like with Brock Lesnar, all right? Like, Brock Lesnar can take time off and come back and be legit. You feel me? Like, because he's a beast at the ring. But I feel like John Cena could be the same. Like, I feel like John Cena doesn't need to come to work. I mean, he could wrestle because he's been doing it for a long time. And I really do think that he might win the Royal Rumble just because it's his retirement. And plus, it's predetermined. I mean, if it's their plan for him to win the Royal Rumble so he could challenge whoever it is at WrestleMania, then that shouldn't be an issue. If anything, I do believe that he's going to win just because it's predetermined. But if he thinks that he's not going to win, then okay. But, I mean, let's just pretend that he won't. I think that, honestly, it's either CM Punk or Roman Reigns. But if Cody Rhodes lose against Kevin Owens, then most likely it's going to be Cody. But I would still wish Jey Uso would win the Royal Rumble, but I guess that won't happen, right? But yeah, if John Cena don't win the Royal Rumble, I would like for CM Punk to win because it will make sense. So that's just where I'm at on that. But I don't want Roman Reigns to win just because he won enough. He won enough, so I mean he's one of the reasons why Brock Lesnar hasn't been back, because of that SummerSlam last man standing match. But no, I think John Cena gonna win. But if he don't win, I hope CM Punk wins. That's just where I'm at. But yeah, him taking time off is not really a big deal to me. But y'all can let me know in the comment box. But I don't think it's a big deal because I think either way he's gonna put on a show and he's gonna put in the grind, and that's just where I'm at on things on that topic. But let's get back to the video.
Let's get on to the next order of business. Saturday Night Main Event is going to be a complete and utter disaster. Now, this show is built off of lies, bad booking, and monotonous shows. Every single Saturday Night Main Event, we've only had 2 so far. The first one was awful in my opinion. I've already reviewed and discussed that multiple times. But the fact is this. This Saturday Night Main Event and these whole shows in general are going to confirm that the 2 or 3 Raws previous before the Saturday Night Main Event are going to be meaningless, because it's all going to be about setting up 1 to 2 week feuds and 1 to 2 week stories and programs to set up, basically basic matches at Saturday Night Main Event that are very predictable. An example of this would be Jey Uso and Gunther. This feud just randomly started 2 weeks ago. Gunther comes out to the ring for the first time in 7 weeks, and Jey Uso just comes out and challenges him for the belt. Jey Uso hasn't earned the right to challenge him for the belt, but he just does it, and now we have a match. And the promos and feuds and stories leading up to this have been atrocious the last 2 weeks. Gunther has gotten no heat on the mic. Jey Uso has offered absolutely nothing on the mic, which is surprising coming from him. He's been phoning it in and giving us these basic, I'm Jey Uso, yeet, I'm Jey Uso, yeet, I'm Jey Uso, yeet, I'm Jey Uso, yeet, like it's boring. And then Gunther proceeds to respond with, you, Jey, I don't believe in you, Jey. Like, no one cares. Why do you think that when Gunther comes out, he gets a worse reaction than like Jimmy Uso or Sami Zayn? Single stars that have never won any world championship gold get bigger reactions than he does because no one cares about Gunther. The world championship is meaningless. This match is predictable, and therefore nobody cares.
I mean, I care. I mean, I want to see Jey Uso versus the Gunther. Mainly for the title, but I already know it is predictable. I mean, honestly, we all know Jey Uso is going to lose, but hey, I mean, it's because he's not ready yet. I think he should go back to getting the Intercontinental Championship or winning Money in the Bank. You understand? So, I mean, at least he's getting the opportunity. But I do hate the fact that he's not going to win that belt because because it's a WrestleMania. But, I mean, at least we know that he's getting a title shot. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, he's getting a title shot against Gunther for the title, but the bad news is he's not going to win it, but at least he can never say that he never got a chance. And that's something that, I mean, he can live to tell is that, hey, I got a title shot against the world heavyweight champ. So, I mean, it won't be his first and it won't be his last. I mean, I know for sure that he's going to get another opportunity for that title. Most likely he's going to, listen, we all saying he's going to lose, but what if he wins? I don't know, but I just don't think they will allow it. But however, I'm rooting for Jey Uso, but if he don't win, I mean, what you expect? We all say that he's not going to win, but it would be shocking if he do win. So we'll see. But no, I'm ready to see this. I can't wait for Saturday.
Now let's move on to the next match on the card. Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. Another random feud that makes no sense. Nia Jax lost the belt to Tiffany Stratton, got embarrassed and turned her back on by Tiffany, and also lost her championship. And somehow, some way, instead of targeting Tiffany specifically and strictly, she decides to go over to Raw and randomly battle with Rhea Ripley just out of the blue to win her championship. So you lose your belt, and instead of chasing it back, you run away and go to Raw instead to set up a meaningless feud for Rhea Ripley. Are you kidding me? We've already seen this at the beginning of last year. The match at Elimination Chamber was decent, don't get me wrong, but this match, even if it is decent, doesn't matter because we know Rhea Ripley's going to win, number one. Number two, the story and the build-up for this has been atrocious. And number three, none of the build-up in the match even happening makes any sense. So what's the point of this? The point is to throw on a show and throw on a match that people will watch for Saturday Night Main Event. And the fact is it's embarrassing. Every single Saturday Night Main Event is a confirmation that the previous 2 or 3 SmackDowns and Raws before it will be meaningless and pointless and monotonous and garbage.
And again, I'm rooting to see this match too. So I don't know why this is a problem. Honestly, I want to see the round 2 of these two. I mean, I do feel like this match is much better than what we could have saw, and that was Rhea versus Liv. We already saw that already. We don't need to see it again. And plus, I think what bro don't understand is that Rhea doesn't have any competitors. She don't have any competition on Raw, so she might as well face some of the SmackDown superstars, and one of them is Nia Jax. Otherwise, she would have faced Bayley. But again, I mean, I don't think this is a poor thing. I don't think this is a bad decision. I think this is great, just because I do believe that, how can I put this? I do believe that this match is going to be a great match between the two. I mean, yeah, we know Rhea's going to win, but it's mainly because of WrestleMania. So honestly, I don't understand why this is a problem. I don't think it's a problem. Like I said, I'm rooting to see Jey Uso versus Gunther, and I'm rooting to see Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. That's just where I'm at. Yes, we know Rhea is going to win, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares if we all know that Rhea is going to win? I just want to see the match. Okay? That's all. But, again, that's me. But y'all can comment down below if y'all want to see it. So, yeah. Let's get back to the video.
That's all it is. So there you have that. Now, let's get into I guess I can predict the match. I mean, we know Rhea's going to win, so there you have that. Also, with the Gunther and Jey match, we know Gunther's going to win. So now you have another PLE, or another special show, like the first Saturday Night Main Event, where everything is predictable, nothing was built up or developed enough, and everything makes no sense, and it's going to be an absolute commercial and advertisement cash grab from WWE. That's all it is. That's all Saturday Night Main Event is. It's quick little matches that were built up in a week or two to throw something out on the TV screen for people to watch, and then for them to get their advertisement, their commercial money, and their sponsor money. That's all it is. Let's stop pretending like it's something that it's not, because we all know exactly what WWE's goal here is. Now, next thing on the show, Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman. Like, this is a disaster, man. Braun Strowman being on any sort of PLE or special show lets you know everything you need to know. The only reason that Braun Strowman should be on a show now or a PLE is basically to do a tag match or a meaningless singles match. In this case, it's a meaningless singles match, and that's exactly what this is going to be. Jacob Fatu is going to stand tall by the end of this match. He either win or lose by disqualification, or he may win straight up with a little bit of interference. Who knows? Maybe he wins straight up just in general. Either way, by the end of this, Jacob Fatu will be standing tall over Braun Strowman after probably beating the crap out of him through the help of Tama Tonga, and maybe Solo Sikoa shows up and actually does something and maybe has a face turn, or maybe Jacob Fatu turns on Solo Sikoa after beating Braun Strowman, lets the ego get to him. You never know. But either way, this match is meaningless, and nobody cares about Braun Strowman fighting against a Jacob Fatu on Saturday Night Main Event. Are you kidding me? Like really? The fact that this match even exists on any type of special programming is embarrassing. It truly is embarrassing, and there's no stipulations to it, so who cares? There's no street fight, there's no tables, there's no ladders, there's no chairs. I would honestly book this so that this match just becomes a full-on brawl, and they just start going through barricades, going through tables, going through possibly through the ring, throwing each other at the steps, like things like that. This should just be an all-out war at this point to make it somewhat entertaining. Do something creative with this, and maybe it can be good.
I agree. They should have changed the stipulation of this match, but I think they should have made it a falls count anywhere match. But honestly, I disagree with bro. I do think that this match is going to be great. just because of the crowd's reaction between these two. I don't think bro missed. I honestly think that bro kind of missed the fact that the crowd was reacting when they saw Jacob and Braun Strowman go at it because they both are bulldozers. And here's a clip right here to even show the crowd's reaction when those two got together in the ring and actually, got about to go all out. The crowd was hyped up, and I was too. Even the ring announcers there was, so, and the commentary was. So, honestly, I don't know what bro is talking about. I think everybody's ready for this match, and I think everybody's going to be hyped up for this match. So, I think Jacob versus Braun Strowman is going to be awesome. And I can't wait to see it. So, that's, like I said, man, so far, 3 matches I'm down to watch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I don't know why bro is picking and choosing, but it's obviously he counting favorites because he like to see the main event superstars, right? He like to see the old school, the old timers, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? He got his favorites, and he has every right to speak how he want to speak. But honestly, I don't care. I can't wait to see those 3 matches we just talked about. But let's go ahead and see what else he's going to speak on with the match card of Saturday night's main event.
The fourth thing happening on the show is, what is it called? Braun Breaker and Sheamus. This match is obviously going to be the best match of the night. Everyone already knows it. Braun Breaker barely shows up to work anymore, even though he's in his prime in his 20s. And Sheamus wrestles pretty much consistently at least twice a month on Raw. So we know Sheamus and Braun Breaker are going to put on a banger match here. I mean, this is going to be the most hard-hitting, probably most physical, and the best in-ring work rate of the night. And in my personal opinion, it's the only match that I'm looking forward to seeing on this show. Literally the only match. Everything else is pretty much just meaningless garbage, but this match should be good. I'm hoping that people, go through announce tables, maybe some barricade action. Maybe Braun Breaker hits some nasty spears, Sheamus with a couple of those bro kicks. And you know what? Maybe Braun Breaker loses the belt. I mean, he hasn't been doing anything for 7-8 weeks, so I mean, hey, maybe he loses to Sheamus and Sheamus finally wins the championship that he never lost, that he never won, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, some people want Braun Breaker to lose his title against Sheamus. I didn't even know he wasn't coming to work. I thought he was. But I guess they're talking about matches. But, yeah, I mean, if he loses it, I'm pretty sure he'll get it back. But I do think that they need more competition. I mean, they tried to, get him to beef with Kaiser, but that didn't last long. So him beefing with Sheamus, I do think that Braun Breaker is getting matches. I think people forgot about the Kaiser rivalry, but his rivalry with Sheamus, that's good. That's going to be really good. So I'm glad that he said that that's going to be a great match, mainly because of Sheamus and Braun Breaker has been kicking ass right, for the past times he's been booked. So I'm willing to see that match. I'm not hyped for it, but I'm willing to watch it, though. But let's get back to the video.
Then we get to the main event, or what may be the main event. I don't know. This will probably be this or the Jey Uso and Gunther match. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens doing a contract signing with Shawn Michaels as the moderator. Let's be real with ourselves. Nobody cares about this segment. Shawn Michaels and Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes being out here, nobody cares about any of this stuff. Why do we have to constantly sign contracts? We have to relinquish our titles above the ring. We have to do all this different stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Cody Rhodes is going to beat Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble in like 15 minutes. Sami Zayn will come out. He'll likely get pile-driven by Kevin Owens after Kevin loses the match. And then that'll set up Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn Part 9000 at WrestleMania 41 Night 1 at an absolute meaningless 15-minute match. It may be a good match, but that's it. There's nothing to look forward to here. They're not going to have the guts to take the belt off of Cody Rhodes, even though his championship reign has been atrocious, and KO has been far more interesting over the last few months. They're not going to do it. And they're not even going to probably make you think that Kevin Owens is going to win anyways. So there's nothing meaningful about this segment. Nobody cares about it. And the fact is that at the end of the day, Saturday Night Main Event is going to be a disaster. The shows are meaningless. And in my personal opinion, they should cancel Saturday Night Main Event and just replace it with an actual PLE. Just add in another PLE here and do something special with that instead. There's nothing happening on these shows that has any significance, and quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing Cody Rhodes on these PLEs doing nothing. He's either starting the show off in a predictable match that's 15 minutes long, like he did at Clash at the Castle with AJ Styles. That match was mid, and everyone knew the result, and it started off the show on a boring note. He's either going to have a match with Logan Paul, which was good in ring, but it was boring, and it had absolutely no significance because we knew who was going to win the match, or he'll be saddled down with having a segment like he was on the Grayson Waller show, the Grayson Waller effect at Elimination Chamber. Or, you have a situation like Survivor Series where he's not even on the show. Or you have Saturday Night Main Event where he's going to be going out and doing a contract signing with Kevin Owens. He doesn't do anything on these PLEs. Anything of meaning, at least. So it's time to move on. Cody's reign has been a disaster. I hope Kevin Owens beats the crap out of him during this contract signing and just powerbombs him through a table and maybe makes us think that maybe Kevin Owens can win the championship next weekend. But is that going to happen? Obviously not.
I mean, it might happen. You never know. I mean, I know Kevin Owens been doing that power driver lately, but he should go back to that power bomb. But, yeah, I'm not really looking forward for that segment either, but they put it on here, so we'll see. I know I'm not going to skip it because I'm going to go live that day, but I don't really I'm really not looking forward to that segment. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I wish they would have put another match on there, but we could talk about that at the end. Let's just go ahead and keep going with the video.
And on to the last order of business in this video, we quickly have to discuss something that's happening with Raw and SmackDown. Now, obviously, we've all seen the TNA and the AEW, or not the AEW, the TNA and the WWE deal, of which TNA talent can now come over to WWE and vice versa. This is actually kind of exciting and good news. Number one, Dolph Ziggler is actually, he's probably one of my top 30 favorite wrestlers of all time. I really like Dolph Ziggler. I think he's super talented. And the fact that he has a potential to possibly come back to WWE and have some matches or even be in the Royal Rumble or be on the show week to week and just wrestle in the mid-card like him versus Penta, him versus Braun Breaker for the IC belt randomly on Raw, things like that would be absolutely awesome. So if they're going to carry in those aspects and possibly Jeff Hardy showing up as well, the Hardy Bros, him and Matt, I think that would be awesome. Dolph Ziggler goes by Nick Nemeth now, obviously, but I'm sure if he comes back to WWE, he's going to be recognized as Dolph Ziggler maybe, or who knows, they may just call him Nick Nemeth, who knows, man. But
I mean, it is a good thing about the collaboration, but it just sucks that TNA ain't what it used to be, because otherwise it would have still been a separate company. But I guess, management and, Jeff Jarrett is back in AEW, so, he ain't even thinking about the company, but he's still the owner. But because, people ain't doing big things over there, of course WWE is going to buy it out at some point. So the WWE, so anybody that went over there that was from WWE to TNA still going to be in WWE. So you won't see the difference at that point. But I mean, Jordan Grace is coming to WWE, so I just wonder if she's still if she come to WWE, will she still be TNA? I mean, she can still visit, but yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, but I just miss the old TNA, But it is what it is, right? So let's keep going.
Anyways, that's the situation with the WWE and the TNA deal. I also think that at the Royal Rumble and even going forward, it's highly likely that we're going to see the Hardy Boys in a tag team championship match in WWE within the next 5 months, and it's likely that we're going to see Dolph Ziggler fighting someone within the next 5 months in WWE. I think it would be sick. I think it would be great, and I think it adds something to the week-to-week show, because maybe you can have them fill in spots. Instead of getting Motor City Machine Guns versus Garza, we can get Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy versus the Street Profits. An actual match that's good, and you can even do it for the TNA championships. I think stuff like that would be actually pretty awesome, and I think it would be pretty cool. But of course, because those are good ideas, we know that WWE is not about to do that. But the possibilities being open of TNA and WWE is definitely something that is worth discussing, and I had to do so. Now that everything has been addressed, everything has been discussed, and now at the end of the day, we will sit back and we will wait for the absolute garbage that is Saturday Night Main Event, and we will continue to wait to see John Cena. So with that being said, I thank you guys for watching this video and hope you all have a phenomenal day. Peace out. One love.
All right, that's the end of the video. I mean, look, see, Jack, we're going to have to agree or disagree on this one, because honestly, I mean, listen, I'm ready for it. Okay, I like this match card. The only thing I really don't care for is the Cody Rhodes and the Kevin Owens signing. I think that's lame. They could have done that on SmackDown, but to do it on a Saturday night's main event, you should have had an actual Saturday night's main event. And a contract signing is not a Saturday night's main event. It's just not. They could at least, if I have to think of a match, they could have had Drew McIntyre face. If I could think of somebody, like he could have had Drew McIntyre face, somebody in the back. He could have had Seth Rollins or CM Punk, wrestle. You know what I mean? Like they could have had, somebody back there to wrestle. I mean, I would love to see Carmelo Hayes versus Seth Rollins. I mean, that would have been dope. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of some more. Like, we could have had Sami Zayn face, Ludwig Kaiser, honestly. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that could have happened, and that wouldn't be the main event. But I just wish that, Cody Rhodes would have wrestled. Like, I would love to see Cody Rhodes face someone on SmackDown or Raw. Like maybe you could have had Damian Priest face Kevin Owens, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Or have Cody Rhodes face one of the Judgment Day members. Maybe you could have Dominic Mysterio face Cody Rhodes. Like that could have been dope, you know what I'm saying? You could have had, Liv Morgan face Dakota one more time, or have her you could have had Tiffany Stratton face Liv Morgan, but I understand you need a build up for that. Could have had her, you could have had Liv Morgan face Bianca Belair. Honestly, I just hate the fact that they couldn't come up with no ideas for Saturday night's main event. The other four is good, but the fifth one we kind of want something else, right? Like I think Liv Morgan should have faced Lyra one more time. Honestly, there's so many ideas. Like I've said that Raquel and Lyra should have been the main event of that match. Like once Lyra won the title, Raquel should have came out and challenged her for the title, and then that would have been a Saturday night's main event right there. We might get another one, so hopefully if we get another one, Raquel will challenge Lyra for the title, and we will have that as the match card. Hopefully for next month, before Elimination Chamber. But yeah, man. I am looking forward to Saturday night's main event. And remember, I need you guys to remember that I am going live on Saturday night's main event. So if you guys want to see Saturday night's main event, I want to make sure to let you guys know that there will be a live stream that day. So I believe it starts at 8. So it will be on NBC, even on Peacock if you have the app. So we will be watching it on there. And I just want to let you guys know that we will be going live that day. And if you guys want to join the chat, you can. I will have an open invitation for everyone. So if you guys want to jump in, you can. But I just want to let y'all know that to me, this Saturday night's main event is going to be lit, and I would love for you guys to join along. So make sure you guys mark it on your calendars. I'll make sure I remind you guys tomorrow. And I will, catch y'all in the next video. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And what do you guys think? Are you ready for this, or do you think you need one more main event just to make this a Saturday night's main event? Y'all comment down below and give me y'all thoughts about this match card for Saturday night's main event, all right? I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? I'm out.